3D modelling software can be pretty intimidating, and I know it's held me back a long time. Me wanting to get into it. Why am I talking like a Jamaican? 3D modelling software can be pretty intimidating, and that can put a lot of people off just getting into it. All the tools that you need, not just the fact that the software can be complicated, but also because there's a lot of software out there to use. I started off with Blender, and all I could do was make a sphere, and I was like, you know what, maybe it's not for me. The software's pretty overwhelming. But a couple of days ago I found this software. It's quite new, about 5 months old, I think it's about 5 or 6 months old, and it's called Nomad. It's a sculpting tool. It's got a lot of functionality, and it's simple and intuitive as well. I mean, I watched a quick tutorial, and so I think I found the software that I feel is pretty simple. It's the best one I feel to get into it, because it's helped me get into it. As you can see, this guy here is the first thing that I did. Well, technically not. I mean, it's the first model I did. If you look here, let me go to open. I started off with this guy here. That's what I did. I was just moving it around with the tools over here. You know, you can use the brush, and then you can like smooth. You know, it's very. Wait, you see, I got the wrong tool there, but I didn't select it. You can use smooth and everything. It's intuitive. You know, it's intuitive. But then I thought, well, let me just work this up a bit more. So then I worked it into this sort of thing. You know, giving it a bit more character, and then I thought he needs to be a bit more angry, so I made him a little bit more angry. As you can see, he looks a bit elvish actually, a little bit. And then I went to this, which is the final piece, which added this like all-seeing eye on top, and gave him a bit more structure. And you know, he's got the battle scars and everything, and I gave him all of this whatever and stuff. And so, oh, what's that doing there? Now this looks like quite complex, but I did build it up over time, adding little bits each night in bed or whatever, because you know, it's on iPad, I can just go to bed and do it. That makes it a lot easier as well, because it's very accessible in that sort of sense. This has opened some new doors for me, because that means I can get into 3D printing my own miniatures, which I'd love to do, and I will do that eventually when I can afford a 3D printer. What was I saying? Oh yeah, you're not gonna just be able to do this if you've got no artistic ability whatsoever. You're gonna have to. It's not gonna sculpt itself. But let's look into some of the functionality a little bit more with a new project. Okay, so when you load up a new project, you start with this sphere, and it's the fear of failure. But don't worry, because you start with a sphere, and you can put down some shapes using the clay tool, building it up to make a basic form structure of a face. We're going to be doing an orc, so let's do a time lapse, and I'll tell you some more as we go.
Oh, Goblin, is that me? Are you sculpting me, Phil Mitchell?
Phil, no, it's not you, it's an orc.
Are you trying to mug me off?
No, Phil, I assure you I'm not trying to mug you off, it's an orc.
An orc? What's an orc?
Phil, can you go away please? I'm very busy working on a new video, so if you don't mind. Sorry about that, guys. That was Phil Mitchell from EastEnders, a popular UK soap opera that's been running for... How long has EastEnders been running for now? What? Is it? It's ended now. Apparently it's ended now. But anyway, as you can see, it's not looking great at the moment. I mean, some artists say that there's an ugly phase of every artwork, and this is definitely that ugly phase. Looks a bit like Phil Mitchell crossed with a bat right now. But yeah, I'm just playing around at the minute, just trying to get some sort of orcish sort of shape. It's not like Photoshop where I can just do whatever I need to do, because I've had years of experience with Photoshop, so I know exactly the right tools to use. With this, I'm still experimenting, but that's a testament just to how intuitive this app actually is. It's pretty easy just to play around, get some shapes going, and refine it, and that's exactly what I've done. So he's looking a bit more like a natural orc now, but I have made one big mistake. His head looks absolutely fucking stupid, but not to worry, we can fix that, because again, the tools are so intuitive, you can work it out how to fix it. I'm sure there's an easy way to fix it, but all paths lead to one road. or whatever the saying is, if there's a saying. Is there a saying? I'm not sure. Pass, old dwarf! So as you can see, he's really starting to take shape now. I've done this bone thing in his nose, and so now I'm going to do the final time lapse, and then we'll see how he looks at the end. So this took me just under 2 hours to complete. I mean, it's not fully complete, but I've done enough to show you basically what you can achieve with the app, with a little artistic know-how of course. But even if you don't have artistic know-how, it's still a great app, and I think you could find a lot of use and fun out of it, and you could learn the artistic know-how, you know? I really enjoyed it, and I hope you enjoyed watching too. So I definitely recommend this. It's about £15, probably about $20 in the US. And like I say, it's very intuitive and I'm really enjoying using it, and so I will be doing more stuff on the channel to do with sculpting in the future. I'm even going to invest in a 3D printer and I'll sculpt, print and paint my own miniatures, which would be awesome. And if you want to do that too, this is a great place to start. I hope this video was helpful to you. My next video will be a painting video. I've got something special planned, and hope I see you next time. I was moving then like a weird way. Okay, you can make noise now.